Dave from the band Gaona, and you're burning up on Hellbound.
What's going on, everybody? It's your pal, Mean Gene from Hellbound. We're in Oakland at the Oakland Metro Opera House, and I'm with Dave from Jungle Rot. What's going on, brother?
Hey, glad to be here. You know, we don't get to Oakland too much. I think this is our second time here, so I'm really excited about it. I hope the people come out tonight and check it out. I'm sure they are. I heard it's going to be a good show, so we're ready to bring it.
Yeah, let's get right into it, because I'm excited because I've been watching some of your guys' video updates. So it seems like every 2 years we're getting a new album, and Order Shall Prevail was your last one. What's going on with album number 10?
Yeah, album number 10. Holy cow, huh?
Yeah.
Who would have thought that long? 10. We've been at it, man. We've been hard at it. We got 7 written in the books right now. I was hoping to get it out by the first this year, but we got a pretty good tour schedule going on this summer, so it's probably going to be delayed. And I would bet we go in to record sometime around September, October, and have it out probably in the spring and follow up with a ton of touring.
Yeah. Nice. Now, you said you got 7 pinned already. What are you shooting for? 10, 11 maybe?
I think, yeah, we're probably shooting for 11, and we're going to pick out a couple covers. We always like doing a cover. I think, you know, that's a treat for me.
Yeah.
Something that I grew up on. I always pick the ones I grew up on, like the DRI one was cool, you know.
You did a Slayer one too, right?
The Slayer one, we did Destruction one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure which ones yet, but when it gets that time, maybe Creator, or I'd love to do a Sacrifice. I mean, I Sacrifice a lot of influence in me in that I grew up on, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, last one, what we do, I can't even remember, we done so many. Oh, Howl's Eve we did on the last one. We didn't go on the album, but it was a single that was put out. I don't know if you heard that one. Speed Kill. What was it? Speed Freak. Yeah, Speed Freak we did.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Now, you guys are the last few albums have been Victory. Is that correct? And how's that working relationship going with them?
You know, Victory takes a lot of shit. You hear a lot of shit, but I wouldn't be here today without Victory. I mean, they believe in the band, like I've always said. They want us to succeed. I mean, they do whatever they can for us. They never let us down, and I had never had an issue with Victory ever, man. I mean,
even the PR people that I dealt with over the last week or so, they were on the emails getting back to me right away. Stand-up guys over there.
Yeah, I agree, man. I mean, it's a shame that, you know, I don't know what goes on, but we've never had an issue with them ever, man. You know, I trust them. I mean, and they trust us, and that's why it's a good working relationship.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, here on the first day of this tour, I mean, what a lineup. It's Jungle Rot, it's Warbringer, it's Destruction. I mean, what was it like to get that call or get that email saying, hey, these guys want you to come out and play? I mean, what was that like?
Well, definitely Destruction, because they had a big influence on me starting. You know, I grew up on a German Invasion, Destruction, and Sodom, and Creator, you know, and this is unbelievable. I know Schmier quite well and did a lot of festivals with him over in Europe, and we got the phone call, man. I couldn't believe it, you know.
Yeah.
Very happy, man.
You couldn't say yes fast enough, right?
Yeah, exactly, man. It's just, these are the things you dream about 20 years ago, you know, the dreams come true, you know.
Yeah. If you work hard at it.
Exactly. And my quote today is, careful what you wish for, man.
Yeah. Now, you know, we're here in Oakland at the Opera House, which is kind of a medium to smaller kind of place. I mean, give me a little bit of your sense of those big festivals or the small clubs. What do you prefer to play in?
They're all the same to us. As a musician, they're all the same. Okay. I mean, we don't judge them how they're big or small. We just do what we do. And
are the nerves any different one way or the other?
Not at all, man. I mean, it's, you know, you always hope for a big show, but they're all the same. I mean, we perform the same way every time. You give 100% every time, man.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that is the key. I mean, I've had some musicians tell me that they don't like the smaller ones because they don't like being able to see, you know, make that connection. But
the thing with touring, though, man, that's how touring is. You know, up and down, you know, it's one show there's 500, the next there's 200, the next night there's 1,000, and there's 50. You know, that's just how touring is. You know, yeah. It's just. But the festivals are great, man. I like the festivals myself more because you get to see a lot of bands that you don't get to see a lot, and you know, it's a good time. You meet a lot of people, see a lot of your friends, and that's what it's all about.
Now, you strike me as a fan. So when you're at, say, a Wacken or a Bloodfest or Hellfest or whatever they're over there, do you actually go side stage and watch these guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I try to catch the bands that I never seen. You know, that's
Okay.
a lot of them don't make it over here. You know, especially like Sodom and stuff. I mean, and you know, you got to see them when you see them. And when you go to Europe, you can see a lot of that real black metal. You know, you don't get that over here, man. It's
Yeah.
a little different over there, man.
Yeah, Todd's a huge black metal guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now you mentioned something earlier that I found kind of interesting. You're taking some schooling, and you're going to be a certified firearms instructor. Hunter.
Hunter teacher. I'm a hunter education teacher. I'm doing hunter safety classes now. And my passion is hunting. I do a lot of I guide. That's what I do for a living. I take people out hunting, and I got a really good clientele. And the next step was teaching the kids and certify. You have to be 12 years old, and you have to have a certification passed from a hunter's education course. And I'm going to start teaching it now. So I'm really excited about it.
So what's your favorite season for hunting?
November.
And what are you hunting?
Deer.
Deer, huh?
Yeah. The deer rut in November.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you cook it, and eat
yeah.
it, store it, freeze it, all that good stuff?
In Wisconsin, we still live on the land, man. It's
Okay.
normal to shoot a deer and fill your freezer. I mean, that's what we do in Wisconsin. That's why I love that state. I love it a lot, man.
Now, you're born and raised there, right?
Correct. I would never leave it, man. It's a beautiful thing there. I mean, a lot of outdoors, and that's what I enjoy.
Now, you mentioned the German invasion of metal or thrash metal. Or was there any stateside stuff that grabbed you as a younger man and kind of bent your ear a little bit and made you get turned on a little bit to metal?
You mean like when I started, how I found metal?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird, man. In Kenosha, when I grew up, I was young, and it used to be a really big punk scene. There was a good stop for all the punk bands, Dead Kennedys, Exploited, Subs, all the best used to come through there, and that's where I first found the underground.
Okay.
Was through my hometown. You know, the punk scene was big. Well, as I started following it, all of a sudden, a lot of these bands started playing. I remember they were playing like Slayer now, Show No Mercy. It was starting to change, and that's how I found it, man. It started changing, and it just went with it, you know. That was the next thing, you know, and that's where it went, man.
Because I'm sure a lot of people associate maybe it's Kenosha, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, like polka jams or something. You know, plenty of that up there too, right?
It was crazy. Yeah, definitely like that. But it was in my day, back in like '84, '83, it was a major punk stop, man. And like I said, we seen them all there, man. And there was a really great underground scene. And once you find that underground, it's hard to get out of it, man. Yeah. You know that, man. Yeah. I mean, I've been in it ever since.
You want to go deeper sometimes, right?
Exactly. That's what it does. You explore, and you just keep exploring and exploring, you know. And the music got heavier and heavier and heavier, and here we are today. You know?
Who's some of your favorite punk bands?
Like Cruisin', ever hear them? Yeah, they're really good. Of course, Exploited, I love them. I mean, UK Subs, all the ones I mentioned. Yeah, great band from Kenosha, 1096. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They're great band, but singer died and they disbanded, but they're a great band. I mean, yeah, I love punk, the real punk, not the kiddie punk.
What would you consider kiddie punk? Is that the Ramones or something?
No, I love the Ramones.
Okay.
You know, like that came out, like who would it be? Like Green Day, exactly, that kind of.
Blink-182.
Yeah, that kiddie punk. There you go. That's
pop punk, right?
I call it kiddie punk.
Yeah.
Man.
Bubblegum stuff, right? Yeah. Now, when you first started playing, who did you like to cover the most? What felt good when you first started riffing?
Slayer.
Slayer.
Yeah, it was always Slayer.
Okay.
I mean, that's, you know, they were the first ones to really. I mean, I got the Button Tonight, man. I was at the Ultimate Revenge. I don't know if you remember that. Venom, Slayer, Exodus. That was the first time Venom and Slayer went on tour, and I went both nights in Chicago, Milwaukee. I still got the pins I wear on my strap, and
nice.
From '85.
Really?
Yeah, I mean that was it. I was touched at that. There's a little story to that, man. I went to that show. I remember going to see Venom, and I got the Slayer tape 2 days before Hell Awaits. That was a tour they were on, Hell Awaits. I got it 2 days before. I had Show No Mercy, but then I ended up getting Hell Awaits. But I ended up going to that concert, man. I ended up going front row and loved Exodus, loved Slayer, and then Venom came on, and they came on and they had the flash bombs, man. And I ended up going down. I blacked out and hit the ground. I remember being down, but the thing is that my mind was there because the flash bombs take your vision, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm down on the ground. And people were going through my pockets and shit, trying to rip me up, and I'm trying to find, and I can't see, but my mind is there. I remember crawling to the wall, trying to just find my way out. You know, I was a little kid back then, just crawling, and finally I hit a wall, and I just sat there until I got my vision back. You know, my mind was there, but my vision was gone. And ever since then, man, I don't think I've been the same.
The good old days, right?
Yeah. I mean, I ain't been the same, man. I think that's when my true soul was stolen that night, man.
Wow. How old were you?
Should I had to be 18?
Okay.
Yeah, 1985 it was, yeah. Maybe 18.
All right. Now, just hopping around a little bit, back to album number 10. Any names picked out yet, or any ideas kicked
There's
around?
a couple, but I'd rather kind of keep it.
Okay.
I mean, we're kind of, I don't want, nothing's set yet, so we don't really.
Gotcha.
But we got some good titles, you know, for some songs. It's coming good, man. It's what we do. It's Jungle Rot. We're not trying to reinvent anything. It's who we are, and we just like to have fun. You know, we write our style is our style, and some people can't stand it, but there's a lot of people that love it, man.
Those people are lame because, like I was telling you earlier this afternoon, from Kill on Command, Terror Regime, Order Shall Prevail, you guys have perfected that sound. It's your sound now.
The best thing about it now is there's not too many people doing what we're doing, man. You know, everything is so high tech right now.
Yep.
It's the max is out.
Yep.
And we really stand out now, man. I mean, because there's not too many people doing this. You have to be from this scene to do this kind of stuff, man. You know, from the beginning, and that's what we do. You know?
And the grooves are deep.
I mean, there's only a few that are left, man. Where the strong shall survive. You know.
Yep, that's right. That's right. Let's take it out on a few lighter notes. It's the desert island question. I always ask everybody. You got 3 albums to listen to. What are they?
For Determination, Sacrifice. Inferno, Overkill, Destruction. Let me see that third one. That could be, yeah.
It's always the third one.
Make it a good one.
Yeah.
I'd probably say Iron Maiden. Got to have some of that in there, you know. You got to. That's the flavor, you know.
Absolutely. Well, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son's in my top 3, so yeah, you got to have a Maiden in there, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, now any other era, any other time, any other band, who would you want to play with or in, and what would you want to do?
I'd like to not sing.
Okay.
I like to play guitar. I'd love to play guitar for.
What band?
That's a good question. I could see myself playing, I don't know, Obituary.
Really?
I mean, I'd love to play with Obituary. I mean, I think I'd fit good in that band.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
That is actually Jungle Rot and Obituary. They're
Actually, now that I think about it, I'd rather take World Demise to the island.
Really World Demise.
Oh, I love that album,
Okay.
World Demise. I was really something about the production on that. I just think it was great, you know.
So you're gonna jump into Obituary and help groove some jams out with those guys.
I think I would fit good. I got a lot of groove, and I think it'd be a good mix. You know, when I started, I really didn't want to sing and play, and I liked it, but I didn't. But it just naturally came that way. But I always wanted to be a guitar player instead.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait. You guys are going to have to wait just like me. We're looking at spring-ish of 18?
It would be safe to say that because, like I said, my job from hunting and guiding from October to April, I work 7 days a week guiding, and I get off from April to October, and we try to do our tour and then, man.
Okay. Any other tours coming around after this one?
South America in August we got lined up. That's going to be really good. Costa Rica and stuff we're going, and we're working on something for the fall. We had a couple offers and nothing set yet, so I can't say nothing, but we might have something in the fall.
All right. So we got some more tours and new album coming out in 2018. It's Dave from Jungle Rot, Gene from Hellbound. Stay metal, support live music.